better celebrate every small win. Don't say I didn't tell y'all nothing, because that's how your girl gets back. After I fall to the ground, I get right back up, because that L that I took, I'm about to make it a W. So I could say I'm successful because I finally made 100K on YouTube. Someone else can say, girl, you're not, because you didn't get to the 1 million. Well, what if I wasn't going for the 1 million? Hey y'all, what's up? It's your girl Nah, and this is Slay the Renee Way, a place where passionate entrepreneurs can come to grow, glow, and succeed in their small businesses. If that sounds like you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, because your girl is back and dropping gem after gem after gem. Today I want to talk to you guys about 7 different ways that you can manage FOMO as an entrepreneur. So before we actually jump into each different way that you can manage FOMO, let's first define what FOMO is. As I'm sure many of you already know, FOMO stands for fear of missing out. It's honestly a really common struggle that a lot of entrepreneurs deal with, including myself. It's something you deal with when you are trying to seize every single opportunity that comes across your table, or you're really trying to build and grow and achieve a really big goal of yours. Sometimes we have this fear of missing out, as if we're not going to get another opportunity coming across us, or this could be the last possible way that we'll ever make this amount of money, or we'll ever have this specific chance to do X, Y, and Z. So as an entrepreneur, when we're doing things on our own and we're navigating our own businesses, fear of missing out is very, very common. But one thing it does is build anxiety and lessens your creative drive. So I want to help you guys and myself with 7 different ways that we can manage these fear of missing out. It's really crucial to balance your ambition with your focus and your intentions and your goals. Otherwise, you're literally always going to feel like you could be doing this, or you should have done that, or coulda, woulda, shoulda, and still not doing. Let's get into way number 1 to manage FOMO. The number 1 way to avoid fear of missing out is to set clear goals. If you have a goal and you've defined and prioritized exactly what you're looking for or what you're aiming to achieve, you basically need to create some sort of roadmap. I'm going to start here and I plan to end here. In between those things, you may come up with new ideas, or you may have a new project that you work on, but as long as you have one set clear goal that you're reaching for, anything in between that comes across your table and doesn't align with that goal, you may not be able to achieve it within the time frame that you thought you would, or it just might be something that you have to catch up on doing later. I've realized for myself that when I don't set clear goals, I'm basically all over the place, and I get this really uncomfortable feeling where it's like I'm not really sure what exactly I'm doing, so I'm just going to kind of wing it, and then winging it leads to no results, and then we want to give up. So I definitely say, to avoid missing out on something or feeling like you're missing out on something, write in your journal, get your phone notepad out, get a book, get a laptop, get anything note related, and set clear, achievable, and attainable goals. Number 2 is to evaluate every opportunity. Another really crucial way to make sure that you're not assuming you're going to miss out on something is to evaluate every single opportunity, as they're going to be very different. You probably won't get the same opportunity twice, but if you take a second to breathe and analyze the opportunity and decide whether or not this aligns with what you're setting for yourself, or what path it is that you want to take in your entrepreneurship, or if this is even something that you can do at that time. If it's something that aligns with your values. One thing I have noticed about entrepreneurs is just because we get an opportunity, that does not mean that you have to accept it. If it doesn't feel like it's aligning with who you are, or what you value, or what your business and your brand stands for, it's perfectly fine to deny opportunities. We'll get into that in another step, but definitely assess it. Take note of what it costs, what's the deadline for it. Does this go with the vision that I have set for my business? Does this even feel comfortable and authentic to myself? If you can check all those off, then go ahead and seize that opportunity. But if you can't, I'm sorry, you just shouldn't. And that's something that a lot of entrepreneurs don't do. And we end up getting ourselves into either more workload than we can handle, or sacrificing money that we could have been making somewhere else. So definitely evaluate every opportunity is number 2. The third way to manage fear of missing out as an entrepreneur is to manage your time efficiently. This kind of goes back into number 2, where I said evaluate every little opportunity that comes across your desk. When we're entrepreneurs, our schedules are all over the place. I mean, we literally wake up, start working, go to sleep 2, 3 o'clock in the morning if we're not done. But that's what contributes to your anxiety, and that's what contributes to the lack of prioritizing the high priority tasks. So what I like to do is do something called the top 3 method. I think I talked to you guys about this before, but it was created by Erin on Demand. Go follow her channel for a lot of different entrepreneur tips as well. But the top 3 method, basically she says that you make sure that you prioritize only 3 tasks a day. Okay, no more than 3. If you have more than that, get to them the following day, or if you have time later in the day. But there are 3 tasks that you absolutely must complete. Those are a high priority task. You put them in order from most important to least important. Get those 3 things done a day for your business, and that is what you do for the day. Don't overexert your energy or allocate time into other places that don't necessarily align with the long-term goal or your short-term goal. Sometimes I feel like I get a little bit all over the place if I don't have a top 3, because there's 50,000 million things to do every single day. So I really like using her top 3 method so that I stay organized and I don't feel as though I'm not getting something done. Because how many times have you sat there and you said, okay, I'm going to do this today, do that today, and you end up doing so many little small things, never getting a big task completed. So I definitely say manage your time effectively and come up with some sort of schedule that works for you based on your living situation. Maybe your part-time or full-time job and you have kids. You need some sort of scheduled time to do the work that you need to do for your business. You always going to feel like you're missing out if you're always doing 50 million small things as opposed to getting 3 large things done every single day. You can go farther if you quantify what is important and manage those high priority tasks first. I'm still working on that myself, but I think that's definitely one of those things that, like, it gets better as you do more consistency and as you practice it and implement it into your daily routine. So I say manage your time more effectively. Take it. Number 4, the 4th way to manage FOMO as an entrepreneur is to learn to say no. Snaps for the choir. Learn to say no. We're talking about managing the fear of missing out. Like I said, as an entrepreneur, you could be a content creator, you could be a YouTuber, you could be a small business owner. A lot of times we get opportunities to either collab with another brand, to do a sponsorship, to have a paid partnership with another company, or do any type of work outside of just your only work that you do for yourself. Sometimes if you really sit and did step number 2, which is evaluate those opportunities, sometimes they really don't make sense for what you're aiming to do for your business. Just because the opportunity landed in your email or because it hit in your DM or because it came into your inbox does not mean that it's the best opportunity or even one that you should accept. It may work better for someone else, and don't ever feel like this is the last opportunity to work with anyone or to make that opportunity come to life. Like, we have to stop conditioning our mind to think that if I don't do this right now, I'm never going to be able to do that again, because that's not it. If you think larger than life, there are going to be so many more things that come across you that could be more beneficial in the long run as opposed to accepting this random opportunity that doesn't really align with your brand. It doesn't manifest into who you are. It doesn't fit your actual authenticity. Like, you got to really be smart about the opportunities that you're accepting, because again, if you just say yes, 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 yes to everything, are you really presenting yourself in a high value manner? Are you really showing up in the best way for your business and for your brand? No, because anything that comes into your inbox is going to be a yes, yes, yes. Brands will start to notice that as well, and they'll start to see that it's very easy to get you to do something, and that may lower your worth. Again, had experience with that until I noticed, like, I don't want to do every single piece of content that comes into my inbox. Some of the opportunities seem great for another creator, but they don't align with me. And so you just politely decline. There's nothing wrong with saying no, and the better you get at doing that, the higher you set your worth in the end, I feel like. So learn to say no. Number 5 is mindfulness practices. Again, mindfulness means being very cognizant of what you're doing and taking the time to reflect, internalize, whether you got a journal about it or you just need to step away for a second. Mindfulness practice will save you from FOMO. It's more so just about like being present and appreciating every single moment that you're in. So I talk a lot about the ebbs and the flows of entrepreneurship. There's never really like a linear flow when you're an entrepreneur. So we pretty much ebb and flow. We go through our lows, we go through our highs, we peak and we fall. So if you start to be more mindful and appreciate, okay, this is the season that I'm in. Right now I'm in the slow season, okay? Orders were high during July through September, but October through November, this is my slow season. I'm not going to feel like I'm missing out on something because this is my personal season to take my hands off of doing more physical work and do more planning or do more networking or more traveling or more rest. I just feel like when you're more mindful about every single segment of your business that you're in, you prevent yourself from even thinking that there's something that you're missing out on, because you're here, you're present, you're in the now moment. This is where you are and that's where you're going. But there's an in-between process. There's an ebb and a flow. There's an ebb and a flow. So the more comfortable you get with that, I feel like it not only helps your anxiety, but also betters your mental health. That's something you can do in your daily life. So be more mindful. Be very cutesy. Be very demure. Along that note, Like, try to make sure that you're celebrating your achievements in the present moment. Don't wait until 3 months later to be like, oh, I did do that 3 months ago and I'm really proud of myself. No, you acknowledge every single effort, every single small achievement, because those will snowball into the larger achievement. So that's another thing to be mindful. Who's going to celebrate you more than you? Speaking of celebrations, let's get into number 6, which is celebrate. Celebrate success. Success is not a quantifiable thing. Success is what success is to you. No one else can tell you what success means for you and your business and what your lifestyle looks like. So I could say, I'm successful because I finally made 100K on YouTube. Someone else can say, girl, you're not, because you didn't get to the 1 million. Well, what if I wasn't going for the 1 million? That's why I say, like, success is not necessarily a quantifiable thing. You just need to take time to reflect. Any small win that you get, if you've gotten your first 10 sales or if you've gotten your first brand deal, I mean, you literally need to celebrate it. Like, make it a big deal, because it's programming your mind to think that everything that I do is worth acknowledgement. Everything that I do is worth appreciating. Everything that I do and achieve is worth celebrating, because I am successful. No matter what, I already am successful. I don't care what it looks like to you, but to me, I am successful. I feel like we sometimes get into that mindset that, like, success is something that it has a look to it, and I don't know where we got into that. I think social media kind of contributes to that, but there is no look to success. Success really is something that you define for yourself. And if you carry that energy throughout the course of your business, I just feel like you won't miss out on what? Because I'm doing exactly what my plan is for me and what my vision and what my goals are. So if you want to be confident, you better celebrate every small win. Don't say I didn't tell y'all nothing, because that's how your girl gets back. After I fall to the ground, I get right back up, because that L that I took, I'm about to make it a W. And I do it every single time. So it's a mindset thing, it's a confidence thing, and it's definitely something that no one else can do for you. You pretty much just have to work on that on your own. So yeah, celebrate y'all success. And last but not least, number 7 is to build and network strategically. What I mean by that is to build connections within your niche or within your brand or within the scope of your business or your area that makes sense for the vision that you have for your business and for where you're trying to go. The more that you network, the more opportunities you will be presented with. And I feel like the perspective is a little bit different when you're talking to people who are doing similar things to you, or they're in the same realm of entrepreneurship as you. Having entrepreneurship friends or people around me who are entrepreneurs and who do understand that life, it definitely makes me feel like, okay, there's not anything that I'm missing out on here, because I do have other people who are showing me and exposing me to things that maybe I wouldn't have known my own, or I wouldn't have been exposed to without knowing them. We don't want to feel overwhelmed if we don't have an entrepreneur friend or just a network of people around us who have that same vision as us. That's something that's really crucial, to not feeling like you're missing out. Your people will pour into you. Hopefully you do have people around you who value you, who, give you good advice, who talk to you and listen to you when you have your down days, when you have your up days, when you're celebrating, when you're down bad. I know for me personally, that's something that really, really, really is crucial to the people that I hang around. I need those around me who not only respect what I do for my work, but also pour into it and can give me a new perspective if I need it. Or if an opportunity that didn't align with them, but they knew it would come to me, present that to me. That's something I do with a lot of people, and obviously you guys, if I know something, I'm going to share it with y'all. Never gatekeeping over here. But yeah, definitely make sure you're networking and building your close friends and your partnerships strategically. So those are my top 7 ways to avoid fear of missing out as an entrepreneur. But let's recap real quick. Remember that it is quality over quantity. You could have 10 different opportunities in your email, but only 3 of them truly align with your values, your goals, your mindset, and your brand. Only take those 3. If you do the 10, not only will you experience anxiety, you'll be overwhelmed, and you might just feel entrepreneur burnout. And I've talked about experiencing that myself several different times. It's not fun. It's not fun when you feel completely burnt out from something that you're passionate about doing and something that you want to be profitable in. You have to spread your opportunities over a long span of time and know that there is way more opportunities way ahead of you that you can't even see right now. But God said, you take your time, you push it slowly, and you manifest as you go, as opposed to trying to take, and do too fast, end up losing. So quality over quantity. You're never missing out, baby. You're always right on time. Trust me when I say this, the power of the tongue is real. So if you continue to affirm yourself, I am present and where I need to be. I'm exactly on the right path to my future. I'm building success. I am successful. I'm working on my generational wealth. Whatever your affirmations are, speak them into yourself, write them down, take note of them, and continue to believe it. Okay, because believing is seeing. I know we say seeing is believing, but truthfully it starts with the believing. So those are my top 7 ways to avoid fear of missing out as an entrepreneur. I hope that you guys find this video useful or helpful in some way. If you did, you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe. Drop a comment down below and let me know if you've experienced FOMO and if you feel like these tips are helpful. I will see you guys in the next living. I'll see you guys in the next gym. Love you guys. Peace.